Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from kme4. Today, we will present about Shariah perspective relating to investment decision. We have 4 group members and we will present our assignment in meeting from consists of CEO, financial manager, shareholder and Shariah advisor. The meeting will be started in the next slide. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning and welcome. My name is Norindani Amira. I am the CEO of the company. This morning, the meeting will be about our new investment project. With us today is Financial Manager Naili Azmi, Shareholder Fazil Hassan, and Shariah Advisor Sharhana Darzi. Firstly, I want to clear that our meeting is about choosing company for our new investment Shariah compliant company between Nestle Malaysia Berhad and Dutch Lady Milk Industries Berhad. Amount of this investment is 1 million ringgit Malaysia, and I hope that at the end of the meeting we can decide which company is the best to invest our money for our future success. Two chosen companies which are Nestle Malaysia Berhad and Dutch Lady Milk Industries Berhad. Both companies are under Shariah compliant stock in Bursa Malaysia. We choose both of them from the same sector, which is food and beverages, as we know it is one of the profitable sector in Malaysia. For this meeting, I would like to know about the relationship between risk and return, the behavior of the price and return, and technical performance for each company. As we know, both of the company were listed in Bursa Malaysia. And firstly, I will briefing a little about each company. First, Nestle started the operation in Malaysia in 1912 and started to listed in Bursa Malaysia in year 1989. Nestle have about 7 factories and sells over 300 halal items across the country. Nestle specializes in the food and beverage business. Nestle is the largest industry in food and beverage industry, and it makes it attractive to most of the customer. Nestle Malaysia has been the Nestle Group Center of Halal Excellence and also declared that all food and beverages items from the company are halal. Next is Dutch Lady Milk Industries Berhad, which is known also as Pacific Milk Industries Malaya Sendirian Berhad. In 1968, Dutch Lady became Malaysia's first milk company to be listed in Bursa Malaysia. The Halal Hub Division of the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia JAKIM and the applicable recognized foreign halal certification bodies and authorities have certified Dutch Lady Malaysia's products as halal. They are also dedicated to keeping halal standards and maintaining consumer trust in every item that manufactures. Next, I will invite Naili Azmi, Financial Manager, to proceed the meeting.
Alright, I have run an analysis in order to check on the performance of these two Shariah stocks, which is technical analysis. In evaluating the technical chart for both of these Shariah stocks for 1 year, which is 2021, I decided to use several indicators to assist the in-depth analysis of the chart, which are, the first one is support and resistance, moving average convergence, divergence, or we call MACD, and the relative strength index. Alright, all these indicators are mainly used to help us decipher the technical charts for these Shariah stocks and to understand the investment better. So, further explanation of the price movement and the trend for each stock will be explained next. Okay, let's take a look at Nestle Malaysia Berhad stock. It shows a series of downtrends and the price made a new low from early 2021 to the end of the year. In early 2021, moving average convergence divergence, or we call MACD, had crossed the signal line below zero, indicating that it is a bearish trend until the middle of February. Next, it was bullish until it hit the resistance line, and after that, the price gradually bearish and break out at the support line. In August, at this point, we can see that the price hit the resistance line several times. Later on, even the technical chart showed the trend was moving upward again, and MACD crossed the signal line above zero. However, it fluctuated from the middle of August until December and had breakout twice during that period. Afterward, it bullish again and make it over the resistance line at the end of December. Besides this, the relative strength index showed that Nestle Malaysia Berhad had a signal of oversold in December 2021, which is only at 29 before it moved back above 30 and the price bounced higher. It means that Nestle stock was traded lower in price that it caused oversold. Therefore, traders may wait for the RSI to move back above 30 before buying the stock. All in all, explaining the trend of Nestle Malaysia Berhad's share price, I found that it may be because Nestle Malaysia Berhad had announced that they had raised their commodity costs. Alright, moving forward. Next is the trading chart of Dutch Ready Milk stock, which is also displays a series of downturn in 2021. Alright, I analyzed that from early 2021 to March, moving average convergence divergence or MACD had crossing the signal line below zero, and it tells investors that price had a bearish trend before the price crashed again. Relative strength index also showed a signal that the stock is oversold twice during that period. Usually, when the stock was traded lower in price that it caused oversold, the traders or investors may wait for RSI to move back to 30 before buying the stock back. Therefore, it can be seen from technical chart that the price was bullish until it broke out at resistance line in the middle of March, and also RSI showed the signal of overbought that time. At this point, it would be better for traders to sell their stocks, or else they will gain nothing but loss instead. However, the technical chart displays a bearish trend of price stock from April to August, which makes the bearish trend was last for 5 months and RSI along the signal of oversold. After that, the price was drastically bullish, which caused the stock to overbought in September. Then, in 1 month period, the price showed a bearish trend again, which is MACD below zero, and breakout. Afterward, the price fluctuated until the end of 2021. Alright, fundamentally, it is important to realize that one of the factors of the share price movement and firm's value has to do with the firm's earning per share or EPS. Alright, it is because I analyzed that the share price was influenced by the change of earning per share for Dutch Ready Milk Industry Berhad, where the EPS has dropped at the compound rate of 17% per year and 20% per year for the share price. For recommendation, I would suggest to buy Nestle Malaysia Berhad stock because Nestle Malaysia Berhad stock performed better encouragingly for the third quarter ended September 30, 2021, and it is supported by strong demand in the core of F&B business as well as the export market. Moreover, Nestle return on equity or ROE for the firm was 23.7% at the end of 2020, and a return on equity of 25% and above would undoubtedly be extremely high, which is anything above 15% is typically considered good ROE. When a corporation has a high return on equity, it means that it increases its capacity to produce a profit while spending less money, which is why I recommend to buy Nestle Malaysia Berhad stock.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, I will continue for the behavior of price for both company and the return as well as return on equity and return on asset. Before that, my name is Duro Fazla binti Hassan. My metric number is 1190818 and I hold the character as shareholders. Firstly, is about Nestle Malaysia Berhad. So, as we can see that the change in the share price of Nestle Malaysia Berhad on Bursa Malaysia has shown price decrease for 1 year from January until December. On 7 January 2021, the share price was started with 138.97 ringgit. Meanwhile, in the last year 2021, which is 31 December, they entered their price with 134.01 per share for the investor. Although we can see that the price pattern is declining, but still Nestle is the best counter on the Bursa Malaysia for the investor. Nestle Malaysia Berhad performed better encouragingly for the third quarter ended 30 September, supported by strong demand in the core F&B business as well as the export market. Next, before I explain the return on equity and return on asset for the Nestle, what is the return on equity and return on asset? Return on equity is a measure of financial performance calculated by dividing net income by shareholders' equity. Return on equity is considered a gauge of a corporation profitability and how efficient it is in generating profit. A high return on equity shows that a company's management team is more efficient when it comes to utilizing investment capital to build their firm. Meanwhile, the return on equity is low. It implies that the firm may be mishandled and that money may be reinvested in efficient assets. And return on asset refers to a financial ratio that indicates how profitable a company is in relation to its total asset. A higher return on asset means a company is more efficient and productive at managing its balance sheet to generate profits. Meanwhile, a lower return on asset indicates there is room for improvement. Therefore, for the Nestle return on equity for the firm was to 23.7% at the end of 2020, meaning that Nestle return on equity is considered as good for the company because anything above 50% is typically considered good. And then that Nestle Malaysia has a return on asset with a percentage of 19.8%, where it reflects that it earns more income than every ringgit of asset it earns, and it shows that the company is in good shape. Now we move to the Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad. So, based on this chart, the share price of Dutch Lady has experienced a decreasing change for 1 year, as same as Nestle company from 7 January 2021 until 31 December 2021. 35.97 per ringgit per share is the starting share price for 2021 for the company. Overall, the average price per share for 1 year is between 30 to 37 ringgit. At the end of the year 2021, the share price of Dutch Lady is 33.30 ringgit per share. Next, same as Nestle, this company, which is Dutch Lady Milk Industry Berhad, has return on equity and return on asset. At the end of 2020, return on equity for Dutch Lady Milk is 12.1%, meaning that Dutch Lady return on equity percentage is between 12 to 15%, where it is considered Dutch Lady has normal and reasonable profitability and the extent of its efficiency in generating profit. And then the figures are shown for the return on asset. Dutch Lady Milk is at 5 years low in December 2020 of 15.6% compared to 5 years ago. Also, it is shown that it is good for the company because a return on asset of 5% and above is typically considered as good, while 20% and above is considered as great. So return on asset Dutch Lady is in average between 5% until 20%. So between these two companies, we can see and we can compare which company return is more profitable to shareholders. And I as shareholder also will prefer Nestle company because return on equity and return on asset are highest than Dutch Lady company.
Hello, my name is Shariah binti Darzi, metric number 1190817, and I am a Shariah advisor. Okay, today I will present my recommendation and the conclusion. Okay, after identifying the Shariah issues related to preference share, the paper concludes that the preference share are Shariah compliant. The above mentioned issues must be avoided to structure preference share in a Shariah compliant manner. Bull market trading strategies offer best practice techniques to consider when bull trading. Here are some bull trading market strategies you can employ when you think a market price is on the up, which are buy early in the bull run. Then do not sit on losers for too long. I am pleased to recommend to avoid the issue of capital guarantee in redeemable and convertible preference share. the redemption price must be based on the market price. Other than that, to avoid loss sharing disproportionate to capital contribution, ordinary shareholders can give a conditional waiver of right to the preference shareholder. The waiver of right can only be confirmed at the point of liquidation, not at the outside when issuing the preference share. Then, to avoid a fixed profit rate, the distribution between ordinary and preference shareholders can be based on an agreed upon profit sharing ratio up to a ceiling amount, beyond which a specific amount can be given to the preference shareholder. For Nestlé Berhad, if there is a surplus and unable to clear the inventories at a short time, Nestlé could consider donation for short-run purpose. This could help to clear the old stock, as well as to help the donation receivers and build better goodwill and name of Nestlé. Lastly, Nestlé must update the system or software regularly and full utilization of available technology as well as the manual operators, which will effectively increase the efficiency and dependability of the supply chain systems. The study concludes that the best preference share should be Nestlé based on its return on equity and the return on asset. Nestlé Berhad has a high profitability ratio due to the product consumption in Malaysia being constant, such as foods, milk, coffee and many more. All markets swing between bullish and bearish periods. Bear markets refer to a period of time during which investors focus on long-term negative price movement. When bear markets occur, investors tend to lose significant value over extended periods of time. During bull markets, investors focus on long-term positive price movement. Some traders prefer to take more active control of their account and not to be automatically taken out of their position. Traders are not always guaranteed to get closed out at the price they set their stop loss orders at, which is known as slippage. The faster the market moves, the greater this slippage can be. To circumvent this, we might choose to trade an option with a strike price where a stop loss would have been located.
Overall, I am very satisfied with the presentation from all of you. At the end, I can finalize that we will invest our money in Nestlé Malaysia Berhad, and I hope that this will be one of our best investment over the year. Thank you for all of your commitment, and I am glad that we managed to finish this meeting on time. All of the hard working is highly appreciated. Well then, thank you for coming and the meeting is ended. Thank you.
That's all from us. Thank you.